Hi, my name is Parmeet and I'm from Team 15. Today I'm presenting HireWave.ai, an AI powered interview platform that's transformed how organizations find and hire talent. I'll walk you through the platform from two different perspectives. First, how HR administrators manage the hiring pipeline, and second, how candidates experience the interview process. Our landing page captures what Higher Wave is all about: smarter interviews that save time without compromising on quality. We have AI powered video screening, intelligent scoring, and objective assessment. We can navigate onto our feature page to see our core features. And we do have the authentication system. Can sign up the new user. Let's see if I can create a new candidate from here. But we already have candidate ready, so I have to save time. I will skip that. I can log in as an HR person. As let's say I can. We have created few HR email address where this is one of the email address that we were using, and let me put the password for this. And on clicking on the sign in, we can see HR dashboard here. So this HR currently have 4 active jobs. Total 7 candidates are have in the process in the pipeline, and we can also go into individual jobs to see what that job was all about. This is the overview of the job description, requirements. We can see how many candidates are in pipeline, which of them has given interviews, which are still waiting, some of the questions that we preferably would like to be answered. We can also create a new job by clicking on the create button. We can, you know what, let's create a new job for now. We can click here, and let's say we want to create a job for uh, now let's create a new job. Let's say the job would be for the cold fusion research scientist. This would be, they don't have research here, but this would be engineering. Let's say it would be New Delhi, and on site and job description. We can add some job description here. The at least 50 characters are required. We can add minimum requirement. Key requirement is person need to have the PhD. We can also add some sample interview questions here, or we can make the AI to generate few questions, and we can at the same time can add some of the interview questions that we want to be prioritized. Let's say some of the interview questions would be like this: add questions. We can see the interview question here. At least 3 interview questions are recommended. These interview questions can be used by the AI when it will be asking the questions to the candidate. And we can say the time limit, maximum 5 minutes, something like this. We can just click on the AI generated interview in this case. Okay, it has created few generic questions. We click on the next. This is the what the job look like. We click on the publish job. Once the job is published, we can see the new job is created here. Now we have 5 active jobs, and there are no candidate because we have just created this job. And job has its own management hub. We can click on one of the job, and here we can see um, invited candidate. We have an option invited candidate. Here we can see all the candidates that we have invited. We can invite candidate by clicking on this link. We will go there in a moment. Started will show all the candidates who have opened the interview even once. In progress means who have not only clicked on the link, on the invitation link, but probably may have started an interview and still in somewhere in between. Submitted, they finished the interview but waiting for the review. Scored is when AI has evaluated the interview. Shortlisted, when the candidate would be shortlisted, it can be moved here, or rejected, counts will be shown here. We can invite the candidates. And this UI gives us the bulk invitation feature that makes outreach effortlessly. We can enter the email address of many candidates or individually, or we can paste a list. And we can change the alter the default template that would be sent to the candidate. And candidate will be getting the QR code that they can scan, and it will point them to the activation link. We can also set the option of enable reminder emails, so we can remind the candidates if they have missed the original invitation. Now going back to the dashboard. We can also see the comprehensive candidate evaluation. Example, we can navigate to this candidate. We can see, unfortunately in this case, we can see if some candidate might have we have potential evidence of cheating, or somebody who's trying to outsmart the system. We can log all those attempts here. We can also have all the questions that were asked. In this case, some of the questions were like this, and we can review how the AI has evaluated the points, and if we want to double check what were the answers given for and what were the question asked, we can review that on this screen. We have some AI analysis, but I think that's for this candidate is not available. We can go back to the dashboard, logged off from the HR manager account, and we can log in as a candidate. And in this case, let's say this is our sample candidate that we have used for some of our testing. We can sign in, and after logging in, candidates see their personalized dashboard. They can see how many applications they have applied, how many of them they have completed, what is their average score in all those applications, and this 40% readiness comes from their practice interviews. And these are some of the for this candidate, they have applied for these jobs. We do have the AI insights that we also calculate as the candidate apply for more interviews, or as they practice more. Here we can also see all the practice sessions that candidate has taken before, and what all the feedback they have received. They can go into any of the practice session, and they can evaluate all the questions and answers that they have provided, and the feedback and areas of improvement that is provided by the AI, and the overall score. And again, we can go back to the dashboard. If candidate want to see all the jobs, they can click on the browse jobs, and they can see all the jobs that are available. And here they can see all the jobs that are available, some of the jobs that they have already applied for, and some of where they have already received the score. The candidate might not able to see the score, but on the candidate view, we are showing that the score is available to the HR. Example, in this case, we recently created this job called Fusion Research Scientist by First Company. We can click here to view the detail of that job, and based on that, we can, if you want, we can practice first before applying for the job, or we can apply for the job right away. Now on the practice interview page, we can see these are options available for the practice. Example, in this case, user can set what kind of role that they want to apply for. This practice session will evaluate the user resume and the job that they are targeting for, and they can put more areas if they want. Apart with the role, they can add some description here as well. Example, in this case, let's say we want to apply for the AWS data engineer, and we want the interview to be mostly technical, and let's say for our ease, we only want to have 2 questions to be asked, and it can be more a technical round. We can click on the start practice session. You can see now the application is requesting to create an interview. It would send the user resume and the configuration that we have set here. It's asking me to, I will not allow it to get access to the microphone now. Otherwise, the in, the video recording will stop. So I will just say don't allow for now. And here I will get an error because it will just say that it's not able to connect the mic. But we can record our mobile recording here, or we can type an answer here. This mobile recording, if I will start the my mobile recording, it will it will take my voice recording and will use Gemini in the background to convert the voice to the script, and will persist the script and then use that text to evaluate the score, evaluate and provide me the feedback, and at the same time will update the consolidated feedback that we see on the candidate dashboard. So instead we can type our questions here. For this question is yeah, sure, we just use EKS, sorry, just use logstash with, that is elastic search with Kibana, maybe that is for near real for cache. Alrighty, so we can just submit, save an answer. Answer is saved, and we'll go to the next one. And in this case, well, I'll just stop it for a moment. I can again, I need to provide an answer for this as well. Can we use Kafka? I did not read the question, but just anything streaming, use Kafka for now, and save answer. I've saved the answer, and I think we have much better view here. I think somebody did a mistake in merging the UI, but that's okay. We can still submit all our answers for the evaluation here. And now what we are doing is we are making a call to the Gemini. We primarily use Gemini, but we also have OpenAI for the backup. We use OpenAI API primarily for the parsing of the resume, because for some reason Gemini was not very good at that, and we use OpenAI in the code also to verify the quality of the question. So first we generate a question through using Gemini, and then we request OpenAI to validate if the quality of the questions is good or not. And now it's making multiple calls. The first call, it will just get the feedback. Second one, it's gonna get the scores, and in the third call, it's gonna evaluate all the feedbacks together. So that it does. So here, as you can see, this is the consolidated AI evaluation, and we have this practice session. Unfortunately, we did not score very well, and but at the same time, there is an opportunity to improve. We can see that this is what I said, and I say acknowledge the existing. Yes, sure. And these are the area of improvement that a candidate can go through and try to understand, and that's the our practice sessions. And the practice sessions are recorded here. Consolidated readiness is updated here. This readiness score is usually 0.85 of the total score, because until the person will give the interviews, we do not mark the person out of 100. The person can maximum achieve 85%. Now let's say we can again, at the same time, let me show you how the upload resume functionality work. We can click here. Currently all this data is derived from the sample resume that we have got from the internet. Here I'm trying to remove some of the here I'm trying to remove some of the variables that were already loaded from that from the database, and what we will do is we will try to reparse the resume again. So this is one of the sample resume, and what it will do, it can parse PDF or doc format. We have a different converters that will convert the resume into a textual representation, and then here, as you can see, we have parsed the resume again. So once we have all the resume information, we send it to OpenAI, and OpenAI parse all the things that it can get from the resume, and it will populate it here. And then we already have the resume saved. So but We can save it again in the database, and then resume will get updated. This resume will help in both the practice sessions and in the actual interviews as well. So we are again on our applicant available jobs page, where we were interested, let's say, in the first job called Fusion One, and we can apply for this job. When we have applied for this job, uh, we can see on the HR view that this some candidate has applied, and if you want, we can start an AI interview. Uh, when we click on the AI interview, again the process is the same. We can log again into HR manager, and we can see if we can see the proof that one candidate that has applied for this job, and that this is the candidate. He has started the process, means that he has clicked on the has applied for it, so he started on it but hasn't given the interview yet. Once the candidate will give an interview, his details will be available here.
Hi everyone. So I'll be continuing for the interview process since it will be done through a video recording rather than screen recording due to security protocols which we initiated in our interview process. So I'll be taking over from Parmeet. Let's start by signing in as a candidate. So Abhijit is one of our, you can say, primary user. So we have taken resume from that only, and we will be showing the process through that. So this is our home page. It's a new guy we created for this particular video to show from scratch. So yeah, the resume is made already made. Profile is set up. So we'll start with our job application process. It will take some time to fetch it from the cloud as it is connected with the cloud in the free tier. It takes some time. So as soon as it gets, let's start with the social media one. So the list is according to the alignment with our resume. So this guy is basically a marketing guy in its resume. So that's why social media manager came more above with 85% match score. So we'll start the interview. Uh, it asks for video. You can see in my camera also. Uh, it is taking my video feed for a proctoring. I'll let you know. I will be flagged as probably cheating, and due to my phone is visible in the video feed. So I'll be having answer to couple of question and then we'll be stopping it. So yeah, so it's asking for me for having a full screen. So we'll enter in the full screen. Once we enter, the question comes us to and let's have casual answer to it and check whether it's performing accurately or not. So yeah, I have a good proficiency in Microsoft Excel and Data Studio. It helps in marketing a lot. So I just randomly utter the words just to for checking, because obviously I will not be selecting due to my phone is coming in the uh, camera. So yeah, it's uh, perfectly transcribe my answer as well, and it's automatically goes to the second position. So now one more security feature is that, okay, if someone is cheating itself in the screen itself, like switching a tab. So basically to switch a tab I have to go to another, and once I go, it's automatically interview terminated uh, because I have violated the policy, and you cannot re-attempt it. So it automatically redirects before it takes some time to redirect to confirm the user identity, whatever the false he have done. Uh, to have the answers stored to profile it perfectly. And obviously it is based on cloud again, the data storage, so it might take some time before letting us in the dashboard. So yeah, we have uh, come to the dashboard. So it's fetching our details. So let's say yeah, so it's also shown like submitted. I cannot attempt again. So let's sign out and sign in as a manager and see what's the performance of this Abhijit guy. So it will take some time to load the active jobs. So yeah, so it's basically time fetching thing. Okay, so this is a social media. Mm, so again, it will fetch. So it's basically all details, analysis, everyone guy. So I got 1.5 overall. Probably because I did a very bad interview, just given one line, and also I was cheating. So also now its camera is off automatically. It do not detect through all, just when it is. Okay, so yeah, there is three evidence. Why? Because evidence one was for the uh, question one. Our evidence two was for the question two, and the third was that I abruptly exit the full screen. So and one more thing, yeah. So there are AI responses as well, like what I have given, uh, and what was the feedback, to make sure that a recruiter knows what I was doing.